Well, I'll call it a gut feeling, but I'm willing to bet that a lot of you are in the same position I am currently, looking for new card games to play. And I tried the demo of one such game a couple of months ago, and it really intrigued me with how unique the gameplay was. You read the title of the video, so you know it's the Ultraman Card Game. So thank you to the Ultraman Card Game for sponsoring this video, because odds are I would have checked it out regardless. So let's dive into it. So the fine folks over at the Ultraman Card Game sent me the 2 starter decks, Heroes of Hyperspace, as well as the Bonds of Zero, and also 2 boxes of BP01 Guardians of the Earth. I mentioned that the gameplay really intrigued me when I tried out the demo, so let me explain how the game works while I get these open. The thing I really like the most about the Ultraman Card Game is that the turns are played simultaneously. Both you and your opponent play pretty much at the same time. Opening the starter deck up here, you can see it comes with a playmat here, as well as the rules on the back. So the types of cards are scene cards, which either player can play, but only one can exist at a time. And they only work if this indicator here matches up with or is less than the amount of battles being currently fought. And there's units like the heroes Ultraman and the kaijus like King of Mons. The triple rares look really cool. This is Ultraman Dyna, and this is Ultraman Taiga, Ultraman Gaia. So the way the game works is that you and your opponent every turn have to open up a new lane. You place the cards face down, and at the end of the turn, you flip, and you see who has the higher power, denoted over here, depending on how many cards you stacked in that lane, and the loser turns their card sideways. If you win 3 lanes in a turn, you win. Alternatively, if you can't place a card to open a new lane, you lose. So here in the top left, you can see this is a level 1 Ultraman Dyna, and you can actually level it up to a level 2 Ultraman Dyna as well. So in the turn, you open up a new lane, but you can also choose to level up your existing lanes as well. And depending on how many cards you've stacked, the power changes. So that's the interesting part about this. Technically, you can play a level 2 Dyna just as is, but the power will be 7,000 because there's only 1 card. Meanwhile, this Ultraman Dyna, which is stacked on top of a level 1 Dyna, will have 10,000 power. And of course, a level 2 Dyna can only level up into a level 3 Dyna. So the maximum amount of stacks you can have in this lane is only 2 cards, which then limits your power to 11,000 instead of 16,000. Whereas in this lane, if I level up this lane to a level 3 Dyna, it would have 16,000 power, which is the maximum amount. So while you can play higher level cards as the first card in a lane to maybe get an easy win over your opponent's level 1, it limits long term how far you can get in that lane. So in the long term, your opponent might end up winning the lane. And of course, remember, you have to win 3 lanes in 1 turn to win the game. So the depth of the game comes from how you manage your resources. If you try to get a stack of 1, 2, and 3 in every lane, technically your power is higher, but your opponent might, while you're building a stack, swoop in with a higher level unit and end up winning before you can. But on the flip side, if you try and play higher level heroes right away and your opponent can survive that, it limits how big the lane can get, and your opponent might end up winning in the long term. So you have to know the capabilities of your opponent, the capabilities of your own hand, and where you can best find the advantage to end up winning 3 lanes in a round. I'm glad that there's 2 starter decks for me to look at, because it's really just easy to pick one up of each and then try the game out with a friend. Basically the best way to get started, I would say. So this is the Bonds of Zero starter deck, also comes with a playmat, and here we have the cards. We have the Ultraman Z, the Ultraman Zero, and the Ultraman Guide. And as usual, the triple R's just look amazing. Well, now that we know how the game works, why don't we crack some packs? We have 2 boxes here of Guardians of the Earth. And as you can see, these are the rarities and parallels. You got triple rare, double rare, rare, uncommon, and common, and 30 parallel art cards. It's my first time actually seeing the packs of this, because when I first tried the game, I played a curated demo with 2 half decks. And it's funny, actually, the person I played it alongside was the world champion of a different card game, Daniel Ianto, a good friend of mine. And we had a fun back and forth. I won some, he won some. The games we had with those demo decks did not last super long either. It's like 10, 15 minutes. I wonder if that holds true for the full game, but let's find out here as we open the first box. We get the box topper Gomora Triple R, the Ancient Monster. Now, me personally, I'm not super attached to the Ultraman IP. I never really grew up with it. But if there's one thing I love, it's kaijus, so very happy to get that. All right, let's take a look at a pack here. 12 cards per pack. They're pretty hefty. Let's open it up. Ultraman Mebius, Blazar, Tactical Gear Zero. Oh, look at this nice double R here with that foiling. Hopefully we can get some good pulls here. But yeah, even the RRs and the Rs have pretty nice foiling. Ooh, look at that one. That's pretty. Blazar. I actually love Blazar's design. Ultraman's actually pretty big in Indonesia, and when I was at the mall the other day, I saw like a life-size Blazar statue, and I was like, that guy actually looks super cool. This Ultraman Z looks dope too. Oh, ho, ho, ho! We hit a triple R Ultraman Mebius. That actually looks so dope. Gosh darn. Look at that patterning. Maybe I'll play a Mebius deck. It's calling me. Yo, another triple R, and it's Blazar, the one that I like the most, probably design-wise. Let me compare their effects, actually. So Mebius says discard 1 card once per turn if you have 2 or 3 cards in the stack to give your Mebius a BP grade increase by 1 for this turn. Oh ho 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 ho! So even if I only have 2 cards in the stack, instead of 12,000, I can have 17,000 power. Meanwhile, Blazar here says, when this character enters play with 3 cards in the stack, you can reveal the top 3 cards from your deck and return them to the top of your deck in any order, and give this character's opponent minus 3,000 battle power this turn. So he boosts himself up, and he drags your opponent down. Nice. Oh, I think we might have something in this pack. Yo-ho-ho! Nice! It's another Mebius card. I actually am going to play Mebius. So this rarity AP is called an Art Parallel. Just a dope looking card. And in a stack of 2, when this enters play, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck into discard to put a scene or a Mebius card from your discard into your hand. Nice. Some graveyard recursion. Always take that. Let's open up box number 2 and see if we can't match or improve on box number 1. And the box topper is once again Gomorrah. Oh, look at that! Triple rare Ultraman Taiga Zeparion Beam. I love this art style too. In a 3 stack, when this enters play, you may swap the place of this character with one of your Ultra heroes. Yo! You do this right, you might end up winning 2 lanes right then and there. Yo! Another AP! Ultraman Arc. This is a majestic artwork. Gosh darn. In a 1 or a 2 stack, when this enters play, you may reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, put a scene from among them into your hand, and send the rest to your discard area. Nice. Deck thinning is deck winning, as they say. Yo! Another triple rare Mebius. Dude, I actually am gonna play a Mebius deck at this point. 2 copies of the same guy? We're starting to get there, man. Okay, so those were my pulls after 2 boxes. I mean, these are just absolutely gorgeous. And we also got 2 Mebiuses, so I guess that's the deck I'm playing. And we also got massive, massive stacks of commons, uncommons, rares, and double rares to build with. This plus the 2 starter decks is just a great way to begin playing the game. So thank you once again to the Ultraman Card Game for sponsoring this video and providing these products. I highly encourage you to check this game out. It's a lot of fun. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.